Okay, we are live with the Q&A session. Firstly, a big thank you to Emil and Chima. Thank you for uh, giving all that wisdom and all that information about Unity and the whole developer products that you have available for us. Just to remind everyone watching that we are giving away some game keys per Aspira from Raw Fury. I have tried to say that about a million times and I still get it wrong. Vic Bassi has bought some game keys for us. So this is how it works. If you ask a question, you get a game key. And we're going to keep doing that until we run out of game keys. So just keep asking your questions throughout the day and throughout tomorrow, and you could maybe get a game key. Okay, great. Ali West, right off the bat, has said, thank you so much for the information. So immediately you guys have been, you've been useful to everyone watching. And we do have some questions that have come through. The first one was, does the latest version of UDP still require you to have an existing profile with the various app stores?
Yeah, so thanks everyone first, and thank you for joining. And to answer the first question, yes, you need to create a developer account with each of the stores that you want to distribute your game to. And the reason behind this is we want to keep this relationship between you as a content provider directly with the stores. So you enter a distribution agreement with them and they pay you directly afterwards.
Great. And then at what point in the development process of a game should you implement UDP?
So ideally, it would be at the same time when you begin implementing the IAPs in your game. So typically towards the end of the development, I would say.
Okay, good. That was my question, and I thought it was going to be a stupid one because I'm not a
No,
developer.
it's a good one.
So I'm like, yes, I asked a clever question for once. When it comes to all of the different kind of stores you could possibly put your game on, should you be careful about applying everywhere? Should you just submit to all the available stores that are partnered up with Unity, or should you really think about what region you're in? You mentioned that there were a couple that were focused on the Middle East and Africa. Should African developers just be focused on those, or does it make sense just to spread wide as possible?
So this is, I would say, more like it depends on the developer on what like market they are targeting, but nothing prevents you from doing it, like publishing in all the stores. You can submit the games on all of them if you want, and for sure, like UDP is really designed to make this possible, and it's easier so to reach all those stores all at once. So if you want to do that, that would be like a good thing if you can target all of them, I would say. I don't know if you want me also to answer regarding which region we target which store, because I saw one about what's like the biggest ones for Africa, for instance, or is it coming next maybe?
Yeah, let's see what else.
Yeah.
There's another question about regions.
Yeah.
There are some regions with strict regulations or stricter
Yeah.
regulations. China obviously been the one that comes up. Does UDP help with getting you into those regions?
Yeah. So for China, for instance, to say this like as Unity, no, we don't help navigate like getting a publishing license for China, but that's what typically a channel like AppDuty would do. So you go through UDP through AppDuty and they would do that probably.
Or the Huawei App Gallery would also maybe get you into those spaces, being
Yeah.
a Chinese company. Okay, great. Just remember, please keep your questions coming through. People are loving the kind of information you're getting. I can see a lot of devs are very excited about the information you've given us, especially the Chima, what you were speaking about, the ways that Unity are helping developers, especially small indie developers, push their game further. Have you had any developers from Africa selected for that program yet?
It's a new program. It's very new. I don't think we had. I might be mistaken. So I'm asking. Actually, I asked my team, and I'm waiting for their answer. I don't think we have the chance. We have had the chance till now to have an African indie, but that's where you come in. Like, submit, and maybe we'll be selected.
So there's an opportunity there for African
Yeah.
developers. You could be the first one potentially in
Exactly.
program, and you can be you can be a path maker for the rest of us. One of the things you mentioned was you're only working with games that are targeted for people over 13 years old.
Yeah.
One of the questions was, will an IARC rating be sufficient to prove that your game is targeted above that age, or how do you prove that this game is only for people above 13?
I think that the rating will be actually in the store, because you need to have your game in one of the stores, either Apple or Google. So in the stores, I think there's a check selection where you put what your game is targeted to, and you need to have it targeted to people that are not under 30 years old.
Okay, great. Are there any plans to make the game growth program available to PC console games in the future?
For now, it's just for mobile, indie mobile that are free to play. We are, as I said, still new, so maybe it will be in the future, but not right now. It's not in the program.
Great. We still have a little bit of time with Emil and Chima, so please keep your questions coming through. Obviously, people have some big questions, and I think a lot of people really want that game key as well. So it's a double win. Here's a question that came from Zane. Will UDP allow me to submit different APK versions to various stores, which perhaps incorporate different SDKs, which may be unique to that store's region? Those were a lot of SDKs and UDP and alphabet soup there, but do either of you have any information about that?
Yeah, so I would say for the main goal, I would say for UDP was to unify all these like SDK on once. But so as far as I know, it's only one SDK that goes to the different stores. But I'm going to double check with the team and come back to you if there is any possibility to, from what I understand from the question, if it's possible to have to a specific store, a specific SDK for that one. So in case it's possible, I would just mention it in a moment.
Okay, but from what I understand, the whole point is that it's streamlined.
Yeah.
It's one SDK that gets spread out into.
Yes.
So it would kind of defeat the purpose then to have multiple SDKs, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll get that information a bit later. Nilo has asked, if you do apply for the game growth program and you get rejected, do you get feedback as to why you were rejected? And once you've gotten that feedback, is it possible to reapply?
It is possible to reapply with the same game, I think, after it's been rejected. I'm not sure exactly on what will be the feedbacks that they will give you. Will there be details or not? But I'm guessing yes. I can send you the FAQ. So if you have any questions, I think I sent you the link. I'm not sure if it's been sent to the chat. Yeah, so in the FAQ there will be like all the questions that you can encounter, everything, all the informations, and there is a contact us directly, which is an email if you have more specific questions that you can't find in those. So currently, I think yes, you will have feedbacks, but let me just double check that.
Sure, of course. And then just about that. What levels of applications have you been getting for the growth program? Are you kind of getting flooded at the moment? Because if I am a developer, I'm submitting. Do I have to feel like there's a lot of competition? Do I have to feel like I should wait a few months to get feedback?
No, you don't have to feel like there is a competition or something. It's not the best that they will win. We will not rank them one against the other. We will rank every game by its own metrics. You might need to wait more than 2 weeks, maybe, but it depends on the level of the of people that are applying at that time. Not level, sorry, count. The count of people that are applying at that same time.
Of course, if you're getting thousands of applications, there's
Exactly.
only so few. There's only as many of you as possible. A question that came through from Justin: does UDP eliminate the need for different game builds on the developer's end, like both on iOS and an Android version?
Yeah, so just to mention that UDP is targeting only Android, so it doesn't target iOS. You still need to go through Apple if you want to do like publish for iOS. So for now, yeah, it's just the APK for Android. So it's one target, I would say.
Okay, great. So again, like we were saying earlier, one piece of software, one program,
Yeah.
spread out to as many people as possible.
Yes.
We have a couple of minutes left with Emil and Chima. If you have any more questions for them, please pop them in the chat now. Of course, this is also a good time, like I said, to connect and network with as many people as possible using the My Meetings section. There is a way that you can you can see all of the attendees and everyone who's involved in the entire Africa Games Week, from organizers to speakers like Emil and Chima to other people attending. And you can arrange meetings with them. You can do a random networking moment where you can meet a random person and find out more about them. And this is a great opportunity to meet people from around the world that you wouldn't necessarily meet. I've now spoken to people from France and Germany and Cape Town. I'm in Cape Town, so that doesn't count for
Yeah.
anything. Chima and Emil, I don't even know where in the world you're located at the
We are-
moment, but
We are in
We are-
Copenhagen, in Denmark. Yeah, both.
Yeah.
so I've met people in Denmark. So this is such an amazing opportunity to network with people. So please make sure that you do take this moment to network, connect with people. The next session is going to be happening in about 15 minutes. Emil, Chima, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for giving us that information. And I'm sure we're
you.
going to be connecting with you a lot more in the future.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
a
us.
lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. Bye. See you all.
Bye.